All right, good morning. We have, well, we've basically fallen overnight, had a pretty decent dip pre-market, and as usual, I'm telling you, I swear the way the market goes, it goes in a certain way to appeal to futures traders. How many times have I made a video where we've dipped pre-market and we started to rally? How many times? And unfortunately for me, this rally now is almost reaching the top of this channel. Still, I may say unfortunately prematurely, it's possible we might break out of this channel and start to rally. That is possible. Let me increase. So to recap yesterday, after I found this channel, I unfortunately didn't take this long. I also unfortunately didn't take this short. This would have been the best play of the day, in fact. This would have been the second best play, holding till the top of this channel. I took the third best play, but unfortunately sold too early. I took this bounce here. We have a beautiful 15-minute demand form, a retest right at the channel, and I got in and I sold somewhere in here, only to make a measly $10. I say unfortunately because if I had held till right about market close, or even just before market close, and I know I shouldn't chastise myself for not calling the top, it's kind of hard to do that, but in truth, I should have known that the next level up would be 4161, which is exactly where we got to, and has held as resistance so far. If I had held here, let me just show you. I think I got in around 45, 46, or was it 47? I don't remember. Whatever I got, it was 40 something. And I set the sell at 50 something to make $10 plus $1 commission. Again, if I had held till the very end, I probably could have sold at 85 and made $40. But anyways, hindsight, all that stuff. So let's go back and look at this at yep. So yeah, as you can see, we're approaching the top of both 4161, which has been a strong resistance so far since market close yesterday, and the top of this channel here. This is going to be tough to break out of, very tough. Let me get rid of this. Obviously, we'll have a pretty similar setup on ES. Oh yes, so on ES it's a little bit different. That 4161 level that I have on SPY is not exactly 4161. So what you can see here is this. Let me back it up again. And I know I've said it before in previous videos, but this, okay. It's not, it's, sorry. Alright, I don't know. It looks different. This line initially was a line of resistance. And I know I've mentioned it a few times, but why it looks different here, I don't know. Unless it's a line that nope, I don't have that on SPY. Oh, well, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. There was a trend line that sloped down that served as resistance more than a few times. And I'm pretty sure it was this trend line. But something's happened and it looks like it's moved. Or I'm just out of it. I need to look at my old videos. I could have swore that there was a trend line that sloped down this way and was rejected here. I could have swore this line was higher up. And we had a rejection here, a breakout here, rejection. Wow. I just don't know. I'm so over thinkorswim, man. Alright, well anyways. Something's keep making it reject. For me, it's 4156 right now. So, whatever. We'll just go with it. Again, we're close to the top of this channel. And again, 4161 is there. I do believe that is a level to be concerned about. So, yeah. Bull case scenario is going to be tough because of this channel and that level. However, on VIX, We did finally reach overnight this daily level again, which is what prompted me to take that long yesterday, partly. Um, Even though we didn't quite reach it, but you can see clearly here, we reached it almost to the tick, and we've been falling since. We've returned back to this channel that we were in before for a short time. I don't know, I've got like multiple channels here, and of course, depending on what time frame I use, as usual, the trends move and change. It's just sink or swim, man. Let me see if I can get rid of this. I'll keep it for now. So yeah, we have plenty of room to drop to daily, so there's room for a rally based on VIX. We have some energy for a rally, but it's going to be choppy. And also today is OPEX day, and I think as I've mentioned in previous videos, the day I hate trading the most isn't FOMC minutes or FOMC meetings or CPIs. I hate trading OPEX days. They can sometimes be the most volatile, not volatile, that's not the word I'm looking for. They're just choppy, slow, choppy, and there's just no follow through. Just things don't make sense on those days. It's just more chaotic to me. And I think the last time I tried trading OPEX day, it was so terrible. I told myself I'm never trading OPEX again. So, I mean, if if there was a clean setup today, if in fact VIX was just bouncing off that daily or rejecting off that daily that I showed earlier, let me show it again. If the market was opening and we were bouncing just off here, we're rejecting just off here, it's now 9:25 and this is happening. And if we were bouncing off the bottom of this channel or something like that, then yeah, I would take that trade even if it is an OPEX day. If it's a level for Adam Mancini, if it's formed a clean demand or supply or whatever, yes. But the only strong bullish indication that I would take is if we broke out of this channel, pulled back, formed a demand, and then there's indication that we can push higher. I might take that trade. In terms of a bearish trade, if we rejected from this channel and this level, formed a supply, retested the supply, and then started to, well, on the retest, I would take a short. But I would also need VIX to at the very least create a demand, probably somewhere near our previous yearly low, which tells me this is actually the yearly low right now on this daily. And then maybe pull back a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't really know. I don't really have any strong plans for the day. And like I said, I don't like trading OPEX days anymore. They're extremely choppy, random, chaotic, and they don't have really good follow through. And we've already had this rally where SPY's gone from 410 to 412 and about to hit 413. No, 412. 413 is quite a ways up. So yeah, I don't really have any strong plans for the day, unfortunately. I mean, I wish I had seen this channel earlier, but it really didn't technically form until Tuesday, right? This is, or Wednesday. But it did give a strong indication for me to trade long on yesterday, and definitely should have traded short yesterday. That would have been a beautiful short. I think the option was like $20, the one I was looking at, and it reached easily almost $200, something like that down here. So that would have been a wonderful trade. Anyways, so I'm just gonna step back most of the day and just watch. Alright, I wanted to go shower and do my morning routine, but I decided to wait until the bell rings and look. You can't say this is a coincidence. Look where we rallied to pre-market, and now we're rejecting. Of course, this rejection could be a fake out. It's quite likely, I shouldn't say quite likely, it's possible that the VIX is just going to show like a little bit of a rejection and then we'll just drop. It's possible we might rally today. I don't know. I don't know. It is Friday. Maybe we'll have our late day Friday rally after a bunch of chop for the day. I don't know. But still, this, this, look at this drop already. We've gone from 412. If it goes a little bit lower, we'll have already a 50-cent drop. But it's like we're bouncing a VWAP for now. How many times has this top section been tested? 1, 2, 3, 4. And the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, under ideal circumstances, if this was an OPEX day, I would say, damn it, host, I'm sorry, I'm trying to, there. I would say that we might break out of this. Yep, look at that little fake drop in the morning, bounce right at VWAP. Oh, by the way, I want to see this option I took yesterday where it would be, okay. Initially, what I had done is I had bought today's expiration. Initially I thought about doing a swing, but then I opted to just sell early and just take whatever profits I can. I'm beginning to think if I had instead purchased a ODTE at the money or just 1 point out of the money, that might have been better. It would have to be a 411 strike. I'm curious what that would have looked like. Sorry. You know what? Never mind. I don't feel like changing it all around. And look, this demand that formed is in conjunction with the demand that formed pre-market yesterday. And this bounce happened right at my 4142 level, which again, I have no doubt is not actually the 4142 level on the ES, but anyways, so yeah, starting off the day, typical chaos. Still cannot believe I did not see this wonderful drop here. Man. And then I actually thought about taking this long, but then waited for a retest, which never really became a retest. It just dropped more, so I'm glad I didn't take this long. Plus, we're sort of in the middle of the channel. I didn't feel like taking it unless we actually hit the channel. Yeah, nothing special is going on here for now. I'll be back in a bit. All right, there it goes. It was a bit slow to react, but here it is. I could have taken this short, but I'm trying to tell myself not to trade today. I'm going to force myself not to trade because I cannot stand trading OPEX days. But look, we had a supply form pre-market on the 15. All right, right where you can see my cursor, and you can see here retest of that supply, and then a drop. Let's see what happens if we would have picked an in the money an in the money strike for a put. Sorry, a recent SPY. In the money would have been 412. Well, I mean, all of this is 412 really. Interesting. Wait, I'm sorry, guys. I know you guys probably saw it and just like, Kevin, you're being a moron again. I picked the call. Sorry. All right, if we got in shortly after the bell, an in the money put would have cost around, as usual, between $90 to $100. Maybe I could have squeezed in here at the bottom, or better yet, here. When did this retest happen? 9:45, right? Where's 9:45? Okay, so the lowest point of that candle so far is here. So let's say we got in at 85. Let's say we anticipated the retest. No, I hate doing that. Let's say we got in at 95. We were late on the retest. So we didn't get in until 9:49. So a few minutes after the candle started. This got all the way to almost 140. Oh, look at VIX. Look where we're bouncing here. Again, the channel looks different depending on what time frame you're looking. See, it's not there. On the 5:15, it's there. I bet on the 10:30, it looks completely different. No, it's there as well, the stash. Oh, that's not my case. But, see, complete choppy mess. OPEX days, if you do trade OPEX days, it's from my experience, it has to be a scalp. It has to be a scalp, make one trade, and if you make profits, walk away and be glad with it. A lot of volume here. But yeah, ideally though, if you saw this, I'm gonna go ahead and draw it for now. You saw this channel, I mean this supply form. Oh my god, dude. You saw the supply form. You decide to put your buy limit here, or maybe if you want to be careful and put it up just a little bit higher up here. If you can squeeze in, get in, you know, $90, the high 80s, and yeah, maybe if you were scaling out, if you got in, you know, let's say you got in 100 options, you spent $9,000, you exit some here on the next candle, probably at VWAP. No, I think it's probably safe to let it drop below VWAP. So yeah, actually it would be wise to scale out maybe around 135, 130. So make $4,000 so far, or I don't know, however amount you want to do, scale out 75% and leave a couple of runners to see if we drop below. But I'll probably sell most of my runners here at the demand and maybe just leave one. But look at that. Look at that. That's pretty strong. Well, I did say that if a supply formed and was retested near this channel, I would take it short, and I didn't. Although I don't know if I would have used this strike because it would have cost my entire account. Let's see what further out. What if about the 411? Yeah, that seems more appealing. $50 and almost hit 100. All right, we went back and we're back at 4142, which again is an important level that must be held. On a bullish scenario, what would be nice to see, I think, maybe I'm being too hopeful. is a spike down, quick spike. Oh, wait, we didn't reach for, wait. Wow, again, I'm just blown away. I have 4142 here, and I'm pretty sure I've triple, doubled, quadruple checked this level because it's been tested so many times. But we hit 4142 at the bottom of this wick on ES. So now this is 4142, not this one. In fact, what is this? This one's more like 4137. I don't know, dude. I'm so tired of constantly changing these levels. But yeah, 4142 is a major level on ES, a very important level. So let's see if a demand is formed somewhere in this area. Anyways, you know, when the line was dropping here, when we were falling, this candle, I wanted to go to the bathroom and take a shower and do my normal morning routine, but I knew, almost deep in my core, I knew that while I was in the shower, this thing would rally. When most OPEX days, it's just chop. I had a feeling this would just make a big move. It won't even bother with a retest, and I was right. Clean 15-minute demand formed just above 4140 or 4142, whatever it is, and just blasted off. And now we're right back to where we were this morning at the supply. Just like that, in just two 50-minute candles. So in the time it took me to jump in the shower and get all itchy everywhere from the stupid razor, here we are. So I could have, if I put a buy limit down here, actually, because this is a clear textbook. I know I'm learning. I still have a lot to learn, but to me, this is a clear textbook fake breakdown. Um, and we got as low as 4137. I'm gonna ask Adam Mancini. Textbook fake false. Is it called false breakdown or fake breakdown? Yeah, someone already put it in their comment. Looks like I have another failed breakdown. Adam hasn't responded to any of these tweets, but no doubts because he well, sorry. There's this graphic video on Twitter of a bear attacking a deer on this guy I follow named Joker. And I'm surprised he got that name. He was able to get it and his check mark. Oh, I think you pay for a check mark on Twitter now. But anyways, but yeah, man, this is a textbook fake breakdown. Textbook fake breakdown. So unlikely you would catch the bottom here. Unlikely. It just, you would have to wait for it to come back up. This candle started at 10 o'clock. So yeah, you would have to probably get in around 55, 60, and then exit thankfully though, the exit would be right at supply, and it went exactly almost to the tick at the supply. So if you put your exit right at the supply, you would probably be able to catch the top, which looked like it was about the high 90s. So that wouldn't be a bad trade at all. So yeah, but I've made enough videos if you guys follow me to know that every time I leave to go take a shower, that's when a big move happens. I remember one time I took a trade just before going to the shower, and I put my sell limit at one of the next levels, the next resistance level, and I actually was up pretty good profits. But because I was in the shower, I didn't notice that it didn't quite reach the resistance level. and it turned back around. So in other words, if I bought at 50, let's say I bought 5 options at 50, 10 options at 50, and I had it set to sell at 150. So I would have made $500, something like that, or no, $1,000. I don't. It wasn't that big of a profit though. It certainly didn't put that much of an investment. But my point is, you buy in at 50, you put your sell at 150, it makes it to 140 while you're away from the computer, and then it completely drops, and now you're back in the negative. That's what happened to me. I was up good profits and then lost it all because I was in the shower. And unfortunately, if there's a way to do trailing stops on, you know what? I don't even think trailing stops would really work, to be honest, on options. But but yeah, I was screwed there. I was so pissed off. Well, I just realized, hold on, let me back this up. No, it doesn't show that well on SPY. Oh, but I do see, hold on. Is this a megaphone forming? No, I don't see the top of the megaphone. Well, let's see, let's see. No, because this didn't reach the top of the megaphone. No, never mind. I was looking at this. This is forming a clean bottom for a megaphone, though. But no, I think this is just a fake breakdown of pre-market lows. And the bulls push this right back up. The bulls know how important that level is, 4142. And I didn't read Adam Mancini's tweet, did I? I don't think I did. Or did I? I just forgot. I don't think I did. All right, after 6 days of identical deja vu action, early morning sell, dip, bought. Today the pattern is breaking. 4142, 4145 was my key support in ES. Managed a 15-point bounce and now back at support. Of course, this was like 30 minutes ago. Weak now. 4133, 4180, major next down if this cracks here. Bulls only safe above 4150. Well, bulls did manage to regain 4150. We blasted past the supply, so I may have to remove this soon. It may end up being support, possibly. Yeah, the bulls are doing a great job here. In fact, this was I had a feeling. I thought, you know what? I shouldn't leave and go to the shower. This is probably going to be a good time to make a trade. Even though I said, and something else too, anytime I say with conviction, I'm not trading today, this is very likely going to be a chop day. It never fails. It's almost 100% accuracy of this happening. Whenever I say I'm too tired to trade, it's a bad day to trade, a big move happens. A big move like this happens. A very clear, obvious trade happens. We reached Adam Mancini support, had a fake breakdown, formed a clean demand, and rocketed away. And look at this. We went from 410.4 to 412.4. A 2-point move in just two 15-minute candles. There's been days where it's taken the entire day for SPY to go 3 points. The entire morning. What was it? It was... Oh, I really hate when I do that. I wish there's a way to take some of these options off the drop-down menu. Okay. Undo, remove trend line. Oh yeah, okay. What day was that? Was that Monday? Where it took the entire, no. But yeah, it did take a while. We went from 412 to 414, and it took but it wasn't that day. There was some day, I forget what it was, where we slowly grinded up. But look at yesterday, for example, 411 to 413. It's a bit more than 2 points, but it took half the day to get from 411.07 or 0.10 to 413.5. So a 2.5 point move, but it took 9:30 till 1 o'clock. And here we've gone from 410 to 4. Oh, look where it's rejecting. And Again, I know this level is slightly off. This isn't really 4161. And I'm generally starting to believe that these levels change over time. I don't understand how, but it can't be possible that every single one of my levels are off now. But now we're judging off the top of this channel again. And like Adam Mancini says, if 4142 is tested again, it may not hold. We may end up selling. And then we'll go down to, what was it, 4133, then 4118. 4133. I hope this is, of course it's not. Of course it's not correct. And this is definitely not 4140 anymore. Maybe it was at one point. This is like it's probably now going to be 4133 or 4135. I'm just taking a wild guess here. If price does make its way down there, I'll try and adjust it accordingly. But like, look, for example, this says we're just below 4161, but we're actually at 4154 here. So now here's the problem. If by chance this forms a supply here, the bulls can't bring this back up and keep this above 4150, they will have formed a supply below a previous supply, below an upper channel. Very bearish. And if you were to take this short, if this supply is to, although I don't know if there's going to be a retest for this supply if it forms, but if you were to take this short and 4140 fails, this is going to drop, like I said, to 4133, probably this daily level below. But better yet, the best trade would have been just to take this short from the day, from the beginning of the day. I mean, I said it and I didn't follow it. Supply was formed just under this resistance, this upper channel. Supply retested, drop. And yeah, you could have sold here, but if you held, you could have really pushed that limit here. Yep, there we go. So it's like we won't be forming a supply here. Although this candle is only 2 minutes old, so right now bulls want to keep this above 4150 and the bears don't want them to gain 4150. Anyways, I'll be back and update. Alright, this candle is still not closed yet, but as you can see, this initial push has been pushed back down, and now we're back to forming a supply. I'm already finding reasons not to try and take this trade. There's the voice in my head saying, what is it saying? That as long as bulls, just like Adam Mancini says, as long as bulls keep it above 4150, they're safe. And we're at 4153. But if I do take this put, and if 4140 fails and this falls, this is going to be a good short, especially if we fall all the way down to this level, yesterday's low, or the daily below, which is going to be 4133, I think. Well, I don't know if this is actually 4140. I have no idea what this actually is. In fact, this demand is technically 4142 right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do it again. But who knows how long this will be 4142. And this one, I think this is really 4137 here. Yeah, so we'll try this again. So still, it should drop below here. And yeah, it's dropping. It's dropping. I definitely should have probably taken, this is a retest of this one, this previous supply here. I should have put a sell buy-in right here. Even if I could have gotten in at 45 or something. Bulls have just lost 4150. If this spirals out of control and drops, I predict this is going to go up to about $110 by the time it gets to 4142 again. But if I was in this position, if I had gotten in here at supply and I gotten in about, say, 40, in all honesty, I probably would have sold here at 60. It is a very clean supply though on ES. Yep, there we go. Now we're spiraling out. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, man, that would have been good. I should have done that. I had an opportunity to go short here and another opportunity here, and I didn't take it. Let's see if 4142 holds again. Technically speaking, though, while I was sitting here yakking away, I could have just went short at 50. It would have been a large chunk of my account and just sold here if it gets down to 80. Just made 30 for the day. Walk away with another day of, if I can, I'm trying to get 3 days in a row of profits. I know it sounds easy. It's like, wow, you can't even do that. But yeah, I can't. There it is. It should hit 80 soon. There it is. And again, look, if I had put my buy limit here, this candle is 10 o'clock. This is a 10 o'clock candle. 10. And then this one obviously is 10:15. So looks like we closed right around where we opened. I feel antsy because mentally I'm telling myself I'm in this trade and I have 80 as my sell. Boom. There we go. Mentally I'm telling myself I got in this trade at 50. Should have gotten in down here. And then set my sell at 80. What would have really been nice is if I had gotten two options here or here. Sold one at 80, made decent profits. And look, supply, demand is now gone. That demand that formed earlier, gone. 4142, almost gone. It's at 4140 now. Look at that push. And as Adam Mancini said, if it's tested again, it's going to fail. At this point, scale out. 4137. Now we've fallen below yesterday's, or almost about to fall below yesterday's low. Look at that. Oh, man. Remember what I was saying earlier? How I was thinking of taking it short, and there's these voices saying, no, don't do it, because da-da-da-da-da. It's amazing how sometimes your first instinct is the right instinct, but sometimes it's the wrong instinct. There's always two traders in my head telling me what to do, the cautious one and the one that just take the trade. And usually the cautious one is the one that causes me to not make money. But this is perfect. This is perfect. Had I taken this short here, this candle started at 10:30. So if I could have gotten in, like I said, 50 maybe. And it just keeps pushing. Once it breaks yesterday's low, yeah, that's going to push even harder. Man, what a good trade that would have been. I'm sorry, guys. I should have jumped in. I should have followed my instincts. Perfect rejection right at this line. Once I saw supply was being formed here, I should have just hit market buy market, and just let it run. And on ES, I have my bounce right at this daily, which I have as 4135. So now we're forming a demand. I know this candle just started, I know. We're forming a demand just above yesterday's low. So this is maybe we'll get a fake breakdown of yesterday's low. But holy shizballs, man. Holy shizballs. I should have taken this short. Morning gave me an opportunity to take short, and another opportunity to take this short here. Actually, plenty of opportunities here. Supply formed, retested, drop. Fake breakdown, take this long, back up to the channel, sell. Supply formed, take the retest, down. I don't know why the court sends like 5 emails reminding you of a court date. Alright, let me update some stuff here. Okay, I switched back to a call. We had our bounce at the daily. We're forming a new demand. So let me go ahead and mark this, although it might be a bit early. I prefer to sort of mark this after this form, but then again, I sometimes don't feel like wasting time trying to fight with thinkorswim to get the user interface to get it to make the demand. Meanwhile, it's getting retested. But you can see already, we've gone from 30, we're now at 40. Again, I don't think this, you've noticed these moves are pretty strong. There's no real retest of the demands or supplies being formed. I don't know if you can really call this a retest of this supply as opposed to just a rejection of 4161 area and the top of this channel. Though I don't know how strong bulls are going to be able to knock this back up, considering they made all this effort only to get knocked back down again. And this demand that was formed broke down. And also, there's a possibility this demand might end up as resistance. Or I'm just making excuses not to go long when I should go long. Oh, also look, on VIX, we've gotten quite close to this daily. So this could be a head and shoulders, possibly, which is a bullish sign. If this can drop, if we can get a good rejection here and this can drop strong, that can maybe help bulls rally. Five minutes until this candle closes. Let's see what happens in the next candle. If we can close this and this is official, this is an actual demand when 11 o'clock hits, we'll see if we get a retest and I'll try taking that long. Generally though, what I like to see, and this is what's worrying me, what I like to see is, of course, the demand, this candle close and we form a demand, but then the next candle we chop a bit and we revisit that area later on. I don't like it for it to test immediately afterwards unless it's showing strength and it's rallying. But that's the problem. Sometimes the next candle might initially show strength and looks like it's gaining momentum and it's going up, but then it'll just turn around and start dropping. And as Adam Mancini mentioned numerous times, this 4140 level has been tested so many times already. Also, on my 30-minute chart, let's switch to that really quick. We formed a 30-minute supply here and another 30-minute supply here, which is bearish. Yes, we formed a 30-minute demand here, but that's no longer relevant. It's dropped. It's broken through. And you can see this demand, this candle's struggling. 2 minutes until it closes. Oh man, I haven't had any maca powder in a long time. The package I normally order from Amazon hasn't been available for a while. I don't know why. So I ordered a smaller package and that ran out like in a week. And the smaller package was only slightly cheaper than the bigger package, so it's not really a good bargain. But I really want to make my morning oatmeal smoothie with that maca powder. That maca powder is amazing, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, again, I said it before, it has this weird smoky vanilla flavor. Earthy, smoky, vanilla-ish flavor. And when I add it to my smoothie, it stands out pretty strong, even though it's just two tablespoons. But unlike, um, I don't know what things other people use, turmeric or moringa or something like that. Although moringa is not bad, but it actually has protein, carbohydrates, and vitamins. You know, it's not just powder. It actually has some good nutritional value, but also it gives a nice spark of energy. All right, looks like the Bulls are going to succeed in closing this. Yeah, I probably could have gotten in here at 30, but I'm trying to follow my own strategy. All right, next candle is formed and it's pushing. Now what would be ideal is if this next candle dips down just a little bit and gets me to get in around the mid 30s maybe, and then pushes off. But sometimes what I do is I preemptively jump in as this candle's going down, and then it keeps going down, and I end up just basically jumping into a dying candle. Well, dying if you're long, obviously. If you're short, then that's good. Also, one can consider that this could be a rejection off of the previous demand that was formed. It looks like the Bulls are holding for now and fighting off any effort from the Bears. Of course, every time I see this happen and I decide to jump in, then it turns around and starts to drop on me. Ah, there it goes. If it leaves without me, it leaves without me. I should have jumped in when this candle pulled back a little bit here at 30. If I could have gotten at 31, 33, that would have been ideal. VIX is going down. Yeah. Yep, I should have got in here when this candle was pulling back, or at the very least, what did this start at 11:00? This is 11 o'clock. No, this candle just started right here, but here I could have gotten at 36 maybe. Yeah. Well, I had my opportunity. I didn't take it. I fucked up. Sorry, guys. Oh, I just messed up the video. Ah, it gave me everything I asked for. Rejection from the daily on VIX. Formed a nice demand. And once again, I keep sitting idly by and not pulling the trigger. And I keep getting burned again and again. Look at that, man. If I took this pull back here in the low 30s and I don't know, maybe I would sell at view up, but I think I probably would hold just to see if we can get above view up and push higher. It gave me opportunities. This is I'm so angry at myself. Door number one was open, I didn't walk through it. Door number two, well, I was in the shower then. Door number three opened, I didn't walk through that one. Door number four, I didn't walk through this one. That's $20 profit right there. I could have made more than that. We're back at 4150 or just below it. Yep, Bull's gonna try and reclaim that. Yeah, it's funny. I say OPEX days don't seem to follow through and it's all chaotic, and here we are. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm just not taking the opportunity. This was a definite good trade I should have taken, and here we go right here. Demand formed at 0.52. 7.2 would have been the zone to get in. So based on my strategy, this didn't pull back enough for me to take the trade. So if I was absolutely strict about my strategy, demand must be formed and then a 20-cent retest, then technically no. The problem with my strategy though is that the retest level, trying to get in during the retest is risky because you want to get in as it's going up, not when it's going down, because there's no guarantee it's going to turn around and go back up. Ideally, what I would like to see is this candle, a wick, come down here and then start to grow up, start to rise up. So I guess the candle turns red and then a wick starts to form. And then I'll jump in during that wick, and then hopefully it'll follow through and that candle will grow into a strong green candle. So let's say, for example, this pulled back down to, say, 62, even though the demand is at 52.52. If it did do that, I think I could have gotten in perhaps in the low mid 30s or low to mid 30s, and then target, I don't know, VWAP or something just above. Anyways, I don't want to make this video too long, especially when I'm not making any trades. So let's see if this pulls back and retests this area. I'm going to put an alert. And I'll also put an alert here if we drop below the mid 30s. And hopefully we retest. But again, that zone's getting very weak. Its failure is inevitable if we keep testing it. Although I say that, and I recall reading this book from Adam Grimes, the art and science of technical analysis, and and Adam Mancini repeats this often in his newsletter that there's two modes to the market. Mode one is chop, mode two is trend, and mode two only happens 10 to 20% of the time. But from what I understand from Adam Grimes' book, is that when it's chopping sideways for a while, these big investors are basically just, putting in their money until the trend happens and then they sell to take their profits. So the longer it trends and chops sideways, the more times a level gets tested, the more opportunities they have to enter into position before the trend occurs. The question, of course, is which direction a trend is going to go. Yep. So it looks like the bulls are still trying to gain 4150. Yeah, it's unfortunate I didn't take this one. This would have been a quick, easy trade right here. All right, let's see what happens later on. All right, tweet from Adam Mancini. Typical OPEX chop total noise as ES pins 4142, 4145 was my core support, and is a brick wall tested 6 times just since yesterday, with every dip below 2 of them reclaiming rapidly. Same drill, bulls control above 4142, with 4156 and 4165 breakout zone. No, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying that correctly. 41156 is the next target, and then if we can get above 4165, 68, then that's the breakout zone next up. 4142 fails, again, we see 4133, 4118. I was actually hoping while I was in the kitchen making my smoothie that I would get the bell for a retest, and then I would come out and see if maybe possibly another demand will form above this previous demand, and then I can take that long, but no such luck right there. And the bulls are trying to reclaim 4150, which is important, and is coincidentally above this VWAP for SPY. Let's see what's going on with VIX. This is like a whole lot of chop right now. I can't discern any kind of pattern out of VIX other than that this is a possible head and shoulders pattern, which is all the more reason why I should have taken that long. Although it wasn't a very strong push, I didn't think it would be, especially after they tried this push here. If I had to predict a bullish end of the day, is we would chop a little bit more and then eventually break out of this channel and then start to rally. And I think Adam Mancini said 4168 is our next target. Of course, I'm sure my level here is completely wrong. Yeah, 4168. Yesterday we rose to as high as 4170 with 4168 just below, so I think I have it right. Maybe. But if we can retest that demand and then rally up to there later on today, that would be a good trade. Still though, I wish I had just taken this short and just called it a day. But no point in wasting energy wishing what could have had and could have been. Just have to stick to the strategy. Let's see if we dip back down again here. That demand technically formed at 4139. My God, dude. It's gonna act like I have measuring tape. Alright, sorry. I need to measure my windows for the landlord because he wants to put blinds up, which is good for me because I'm sick of having foil paper on here. I gotta ask this roommate to move her stuff. Anyways, alright, let me take care of that. Sorry. I wasn't recording anything, of course. I had to make some measurements for the landlord, and then I watched as this doji candle formed and pushed down low enough that this got to $41. And I thought, you know what, I should just jump in here. I'm not going to get the pullback I want probably today. I should just jump in here and try and grab a scalp, and I didn't. Another opportunity, just walked, another door opened, even if it was a tiny profit. If I could have gotten that 41 and set my sell, this got as high as 54, 55, I think. Even though this looks like chop, we're making higher lows. VIX is steadily crawling down. Let me just show VIX really quick. Yeah, we're pushing down since that bounce, that rejection here. I mean, even though VIX looks like it's clearly dropping, I know SPY is choppy, but this definitely was a good long. If I didn't do the MK strategy, I was just looking at VIX and looking at the levels, and I took this long, and I got in the low 30s. That would have been ideal to have sold here at 61, 62. Look at that push. I had a feeling that this was just building up steam before it finally pushes through VWAP and pushes up ahead. So yeah, I should have got in here. It's a whole lot of woulda, shoulda, couldas today. It looks like all the opportunities are opening up for me, and I don't look at them. I mean, I see them. I just don't pull the trigger. Imagine if I had a large account and I didn't have to really stress, and I pulled the trigger this morning here. I was in the shower. I pulled the trigger here. Pull the trigger here. Pull the trigger here. Can you imagine taking 4 trades in one day and all 4 being positive? I don't know what that's supposed to be. All right, I got to take care of something. Once again, a door opened, although I was distracted at this time. We dropped back down to 40. I don't know if I could have gotten it at 41, 42. I then had this sudden push up to almost 70. So, yep. Still, we are starting to look more like that random choppy nonsense of typical OPEX days. Like these sudden spikes is what I'm saying. Like a sudden spike up and then it drops, and the spike downs though have been pretty clear cut here. But I'm gonna hold to my guns. I want this to get back to the mid 30s, and then if I see indications, I'll take this long. VIX is still steadily going down. It hasn't made a new low of the day, but it's still pretty low, relatively speaking, for the day. Let me just show it instead of talking about it. So low, second low, third low. So yeah. And we finally broke through this channel here, but we did that earlier. So yeah. Anyways. All right. A little bit of a pullback here. Problem is we formed a supply. But granted, this candle just started 3 minutes ago. VIX popped back around, so should I go ahead and just jump in here and see if we can turn this around? Oh, might be a little bit too late. I wanted to get in the low 40s. My worry though is that I'm gonna get in hoping that the bulls will suddenly turn this around, and that doesn't happen. Yeah, I need to be patient and see what Although we may end up bouncing against this again. We did here. Or am I just abandoning my strategy just to hope that I can randomly just get in and it randomly goes up? I'm just hoping that the chaos would just go in my favor. And we also formed a demand on VIX, which does not look good. It's not a clean demand, but definitely formed one. And again, 450 has been the level that bulls have been trying to reclaim, and this is a clean supply here. Yes, obviously. Yeah, pretty strong pushback, but now we're approaching um, previous demand. Could this be a head and shoulders? Inverse head and shoulders. And it's gotten back to where I wanted here, at least for this call option. And we're back at 4142. Thing is, we were making lower highs and kind of higher lows, but not really. It's so frustrating that I got paid today, and with the money I have in my account already, and what I got paid today, it's just enough to pay the rent, which granted isn't due until the 1st of May, so I've technically got 10 days, but oh my God. I just realized also I not only have to deal with the construction noise, the people above me, but I kept hearing noise from next door, and apparently they're renovating next door as well. It's just, no matter where I live, I can't escape noisy humans around me. So, what are the chances that you live in an apartment for 2 years and the entire, no, actually, this one for 2 years, the one nearby, the Roach Motel I lived in for from 2017 to 2021. So that's 3 years. So 5 years I've lived on Miami Beach, and not once have I been spared the noise of construction, whether it's from the street, the building itself, or one of the neighbors. Impossible, man. But yeah, I've only got just enough to pay rent. Unless I can come up with some, I mean, I guess I can hold what I have now up until May 1st when I have to pay and hope that within the next 10 days a client decides to train, but that's been impressively unreliable. Um, should I take this long? VIX is pushing back down. I should have gotten in at 30, the low 30s. It gave me what I asked for. You know what? Enough. Let's do it. Let's see if this finally pays off. This will be the only trade of the day. I'm going to have a tight stop loss as well. Watch is the one time the momentum doesn't work in my favor. hoping the Bulls can push this back from 4140 to 4150. Just 10 points. That's all I'm asking for. I just want to be 3 days positive in a row, if that's possible. But looks like that's not happening. Where would 52 be? Yeah. I bet also the neighbors next door don't have a permit to be doing any construction. And yesterday they were making noise as late as 7:30, and legally you're not allowed to do construction past 4:30. Now, what the Bulls really would want to do, and I doubt this is going to happen, this seems next to impossible, is before this candle closes in the next 5 minutes, they need to break above this supply here and the demand that formed on VIX. I just don't see them doing that. It would be wonderful for me. But if not, what likely is going to happen is the next candle is going to form up below the supply, and the bears are going to push that lower. All right, beautiful. So we're back to where we were. I started Monday at 104, and I'm at 103.79. I shouldn't laugh though, because at one point this week I was at $70, so I've made $30 over the past 3 days. Have I been 3 days positive? Positive today, positive yesterday. I don't remember what happened Wednesday. I gotta look at my own video and see. Um, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Yeah, I think this was the day I sold early and made a little bit of money when I could have. So yeah, so I for this is the first time I can recall in the longest time. And yeah, again, guess who sold early? But the Bulls did exactly what I said they need to do, and I didn't think they would pull it off, but they did. They broke past this supply, and if they keep this up, they'll close this candle. They've destroyed that supply, and they destroyed the demand that was formed on VIX. Well done. Well done. And they've reclaimed 4150. And look, again, if I had put my sell at, when did I get in? Was it 41? Oh, I got in at 45. Yeah, I should have gotten lower. I should have gotten lower. Look at that, 30. If I had gotten in down here, if I just jumped in down here in the low 30s and sold close to 60. But yeah, I think this is the first time in as long as I can remember that I've gotten 3 days in a row positive. Shocking. And I still have about $50 left in the account to trade again if I wanted to. Hmm. I'm not sure if I will though. It has to be something pretty obvious for me to do it. Oh wow. And let's look at VIX. Let's look at this candle on VIX. Just completely, what is this called? Is this called, I wish somebody would tell me what this is. Is this a shooting star? Is that what this candle's called? Well, in any case, definite turnaround here. I'm just curious how much more energy the bulls have to keep this pace up. I almost wonder if the seasonality is something they hold as like so holy, like cherished, like hey, this is supposed to be a bullish month, so we've got to expend the energy to make sure it looks somewhat like that. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, profit made. I'm gonna step away for a bit. All right, quick update. It looks like we got as high. This is where I got in. Was it 41, 41, and I exited at 52. Again, obviously way too early. I need to try and let these play out a little bit longer because I could have exited at 62, even possibly 70. But again, I'm not gonna chastise myself for not calling the top. After that, um, it's been choppy. It looks like choppy. Let me zoom in a bit. You see these wicks, looks like a lot of chop, but on VIX, although it doesn't look like it on my other chart, because I mean, I can quite literally make 10 charts with the same time frame and the same um uh what's the word stock futures option. What is the word for all of those? Sorry, I'm not thinking. This new $140 pillow I bought is kind of crap. It's better than the ones I had before, but yeah, man. Um, medium? What medium? I guess is the word I'm looking for. Anyways, you can see VIX has been or was coming up. This one's turning around. But on my other chart, we bounced right at this level here. So, um, anyways, yeah, that was my quick update. I could risk another run by trying to get in when we get down to 40, low 30s, because I have enough money to go ahead and try and make another long. This this looks like 4142 is being held. Bulls are holding 4142, 4140. That's good. But bulls need to reclaim and base above 4150. And it looks like they're struggling to keep it around the area. Or maybe they're not struggling. Maybe they're just purposely letting it chop around that area for now. And maybe later in the day they'll rally. Damn it, I hate freaking yawning. And we'll break through this upper channel that we've been stuck in all week, maybe. And then finally push higher. Um, or maybe we'll touch that channel again and then we'll finally lose. And I know I'm kind of biased bullish. I say we, but I make most of my money going long. I would like to make money going short because it's quick money. But in any case, we may end up rejecting and falling, so I don't know. But I had considered getting back in again if we get below 40 or if we hit 40 and seeing if we can chop up again just to squeeze a little extra profit, another $5, $10 for the day maybe. But it seems unnecessarily risky and we're in the middle of chop and it just seems like just flipping a coin and hoping it lands on heads or tails or whatever. So I'm gonna wait till later on in the day and see if I find a more clear. That's it. That's it. I want the Darth Vader suit. A more clear setup. All right, another update. We have been holding this line here, sort of. Um, I could have gotten in again here and sold. We had the strong push here, so one could have sold at 60. So if I could have gotten in at 40 and sold here at 60, but again, I'm not following any plan, any strategy. I'm just trying to find a little bit of um, order in the chaos and hoping to capitalize on that little bit of order in the chaos. But I think legitimately this is a bit risky to make any trades, and you can see sort of a loose support here on VIX. Um, and now we're rising back again. I suspect I'm just gonna take a wild guess here, and again, this is just finding order in the chaos. If I went long here, if I put a buy in at 35 and went long here, there's a possibility we may reject off of the previous low. I might just change this in just the key level, and reject off of this line that this trend that we broke down possibly, and then we can turn around and head back up on SPY off of this sort of weak support from before. And oh my god, another one. Okay, good. I already did that. All right, and so yeah, so that's possible. But let's say I did buy in at 35. Let's see what will happen. But again, you know, also we formed a supply here. I didn't really realize. I didn't know. Oh no, I did realize that. Of course I did. I had mentioned it earlier, and that was a good spot to go short. But I didn't realize that we technically have been testing it again and again and again, and bears haven't really followed through. So the bulls are doing their job and keeping it above 4142, but apparently they're not too concerned about getting above 4155 or 4150 just for now. And I have 4150 here, but obviously, no, that's not wrong. Nope, it is. 4155 is really a little bit higher up here. Again, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how my levels on SPY keep changing over and over again. All of them. Not one of them are right. And they seem to be right at one point, and then a few days later they're wrong. So I don't know. I don't know, man. Like right now, for example, we're exactly at 4148.25. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's this the cents portion. Maybe I'm slightly off because I have 4148 down here. Anyways, man. So yeah, I'm just hypothetically in my mind thinking that I just went long at 35 and seeing if this will turn around. It'll be nice if that was the case, and it turns around and maybe makes its way back up to 46. Maybe eke out another $10 profit. Anyways, I think I'm definitely gonna walk away. I keep saying I'm gonna walk away and take a break, but I never do. I end up getting some assignment or something to do for work, and then I sit here and keep watching. But I think I'm pretty exhausted. My shoulders are on fire. I think I am gonna walk away, just chill. All right, remember my hypothetical $35 I was gonna get into? Um, what was it, like down here? Thinking that we might bounce off this level. Well, if I did get into that hypothetical $35 trade, I could have sold at $65 here, right at the top of this channel again. So I could have made 30 bucks today. If I had just stuck with my gut and just went long. And we've made a new low on the VIX. Well, we did before, but it pulled back. Actually, no, this is a whole new, right? This is 45. Yeah, this is a new candle. So we made a new low, and now we're starting a new 50-minute candle, pushing even further down. Like I said before, if we can make it down to this daily, but I don't know if that's going to happen today. I see a little pattern forming here. I wonder about, I'll look into it another day. And on ES, bulls have reclaimed 4150. And they finally pushed above this trend, which I swear was further up earlier, but whatever. So yeah, I should have went long. Should have went long at 35 and could have sold at 65, made 30 bucks. But again, this is a woulda, coulda, shoulda day, I guess. I know. I still haven't stepped away from the computer. Every now and then I just start scrolling Instagram or I do some work and I'm still here. But again, if I had gone long at 35, abandoned the whole MK strategy thing, whatever, and just followed my gut, if I had went long at 35 and held on to it, I mean, look, and more importantly, guess what? We just broke out of this pattern. And now you can see it's pushing. And VIX is just heading down. Now others have obviously seen the same thing. This is broken out of the pattern, and now they're going to do a breakout trade. Which I obviously can't do. This is also a breakout of the previous supply that had worked earlier for a push down. So we're going to go ahead and just change this. This may be a support. If it's possible, this might come back down and retest the support. That might be a good trade to go long. Unfortunately, though, it needs to happen in the next maybe hour. I don't know if it will, and that would probably give me the ability to get back into this trade at the money, because I don't have enough to do this breakout trade. I could pick a further out strike, but I don't really want to. I definitely should have followed my gut and switched it, but I probably would have already sold. If I had gone in at 35, knowing me, I would have probably sold at 55 just to make 20 bucks. Just to get pieces of the moves. Alright, yeah, I really need to step away now and get some rest. It's rare that I have such privacy because this roommate is typically here like 25 hours a day. And even though I've asked her to not pull away the foil paper that I have covering my window for privacy, she still does it anyways. But it's rare that I have this much privacy to relax. I think I'm gonna just do just that finally. Alright, update. After the breakout, it looked like this was going to truck and run, but then we created a supply, fell, tested the supply, and fell back into the level. I thought about going long here once we got into the 50 area where I could afford to do it, but this kept coming down a little bit lower. I thought maybe I might try VWAP, but you see it started to bounce above VWAP, both on SPY and ES. Started to come back up again. I thought maybe the breakout might get occur, but I wouldn't be able to afford it because again I only have 50 in my account, and you can see it's not rejecting there, so it's volatile all over the place. So I think I'm just going to take what little profits I have for the day, and I think I'm going to go and leave a little bit early to work out. So chances are I'm going to end up posting this late today, and because I have to come home and edit well, I call it editing. You can tell I know crap about computers. I have a program on the laptop that just stitches all the videos together, and I just throw that up online. So there is a potential. I'll be back. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, rejection, tested rejection, rejection. Oh, VWAP, I mean VIX. Look, this level came into effect again. This line, I don't know, it looks different on both charts, but we did get a rejection there. So yeah, let's just take what little profits came from today and just be glad with that. Especially on a day like today, OPEX, when it's all, look at this, this is just a choppy mess. So yeah, just be glad with this. And anyways, I have one last project, then I'm gonna head out and work out. Oops, wrong button. Wait, I was just about to leave and I turned my iPad on so I can take a look at TradingView, just out of curiosity. And man, TradingView is just so clean. Let's look, because again, I should have kept looking at it earlier, but I didn't. So look, 4161, exactly where we rejected. Fake breakout of the channel. Supply formed, retested, but let's zoom out a little bit. It doesn't look as zoomed out as it does on my iPad, but I don't know how to make it look because I can pinch and move it around on my iPad. I can sort of expand and squeeze the chart together. It's beautiful on the iPad. But I see a very tiny megaphone. Let's see if I can start from here. All right, one more. This one's a bit clearer. Okay. So this has happened many times before, not many, enough times that I now know the lesson. When a megaphone is formed on the third test, if it doesn't break through, then it's going to reject. So this is our third test. Supply formed under a major resistance, false breakout of the bull flag or whatever this called, the descending channel, and we fell back down. This was a beautiful short with multiple confluences that I did not even see before. This is why it really helps to maybe to have a team of people that you can trade with, that maybe one or two can take a break and the other three can watch the charts and see if they see a pattern form, or better yet, to have an AI to help you. Whenever these patterns sort of form, it can catch it and show it to you. But this would have been a beautiful short. All right, anyways.